half in the bag.
So let's talk about this film's director.
The film had a director?
His name is Zack Snyder.
See, I don't get this, I don't get a real specific stamp of a director from him.
No, there's more so on Sucker Punch. All his movies you can look at and say, oh, that's Zack Snyder's visual style. But
yeah.
This one just felt like movie.
Yeah, and it's like Watchmen, that was a little more reserved, handled a little differently. The 300 obviously is very stylistic, and it's appropriate for that. Mm-hmm. But this, I don't know, it just seems like the worst choice possible for a director. You know what I mean? Because it's too extreme.
It's weird because his other movies aren't like this, but his other films are sort of mannered and lots of kind of wider shots. Here, everything is handheld close-ups. Mm-hmm. The simplest scenes. The one where it really bothered me was a flashback with Kevin Costner talking to young Superman, and they're just at the back of the truck, sitting at the back of the truck, and Pa Kent's telling him about how he's meant to do great things or whatever. He says the same thing through the whole movie, and the camera won't stop shaking.
I think someone said, we can't make this film boring like the last one. Even the boringer parts, make them less boringer.
Actually, you know what would have made the ending of this movie even more hysterical during all the crazy chaos? Would be if he was doing his signature like speed up, slow down action.
I was gonna say that.
Or if Superman
Yeah. That didn't happen at all.
No, he didn't do any of that. That would have made it even worse, which would have made it even funnier.
Yeah.
Well, I think we can all agree that the best Superman movie is still Superman 4, The Quest for Peace.
I will always have a fond spot for 3.
Okay.
Mostly for the one scene, though, where the woman turns into a robot.
Sis?
I love that scene.
That scene would scare me, yes.
Yeah.
All the scenes scared me in Superman 4. There's a scene in the 4th one where it's like, I was shocked when Clark Kent is sitting in his apartment and Lois Lane comes over to visit, and he gets up and he walks over and there's just like this giant shadow from the camera light on the wall. You even see the shadow of the cameraman when he gets up.
Really?
It's on him for a second, and he walks over and it's just like this glaring shadow. It's him and a shadow on the wall.
Oh my God.
It's just like, it looks like worse than a soap opera lighting.
Oh wow.
The movie's so cheap.
My favorite part of Superman 4 is when he repairs the Great Wall of China with Superman power. Light shines out of his eyes and bricks magically appear. What Superman power is that?
Superman will no longer do corny things like that.
No.
Fly around the world so fast the opposite direction. He reverses time.
Is it that they couldn't get away with doing that anymore, or is it just because there's no way they'd want to deviate from the Dark Knight formula?
It's because people would look at this and they say, oh, it's Superman, but it's told like the Dark Knight. I like that movie.
Yeah. I'm just saying, is there no place for a corny Superman? Because I can't imagine a child watching this movie.
I saw a child in the theater, down on the bottom row of seats. It was like a 6-7-year-old kid, and he's going like this the whole time, looking around, and then he just kind of turns around, and he just goes, and puts his head in his hands, and then he's like completely impatient. Like, this was before the action stuff, and just bored out of his mind.
When you think of Superman, and obviously there's been many different versions of him over the years, but I don't think anybody thinks of this.
No.
Superman is not Batman, and he doesn't have to be Batman.
They're right.
Marvel gets the characters right, or at least they try to, and they get the tone right, and that's the most important part, is that it finds a good balance between being somewhat lighthearted and fun, and still having like a realistic, threatening villain type character or premise. This movie just, for me, fell flat on its face, trying to be too moody and gritty and realistic, and it's weird. I don't know how DC mashups or team ups in the past have worked, but Batman and Superman, like they are two different
Yeah.
worlds.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine that they both operate in the same universe. All the Marvel characters, sure, but Gotham City and Metropolis, like corny Clark Kent at the Daily Planet, and then like Gotham, they, and especially in movie form.
Looking forward to that Justice League movie.
Who else do they have to have in the Justice League?
They have to redo Green Lantern because nobody liked the last one.
I, Hal Jordan, do solemnly swear to pledge allegiance to a lantern that I got from a dying purple alien.
Well, now they'll redo it, and he'll be manic depressive. Who else did they go?
They have
the Flash?
The Flash and Wonder Woman are that's the main core. I mean, there's other characters that come in and out, go in and out of the Justice League.
How the hell do you make Wonder Woman dark, brooding, gritty, serious?
Make her costume darker shades of all the colors and give it that look like it has the webbing on it.
Everything has to have the webbing, yeah.
She'll be a prostitute who gets turned into Wonder Woman and stabs her pimp in the eye.
She won't have an invisible plane, that's for sure.
No, she'll have a regular whip too. It won't be an energy whip.
Right, it'll just be a whip.
It'll be a dominatrix whip. And she'll snap it around a pimp's neck. Wonder Woman.
And kids will say, "Mommy, why are we watching this crime drama?"